Okay, just a quick video. I went to Tinley yesterday, the NARBC show, and I almost bought a little redfoot, but I didn't. I stomped on the urge. There were some nice tegus there, I guess. A lady had two reds that were yearlings that weren't too badly sized. There was some shedding issues on the tail. One was missing a tail tip. One was missing some toe tips. And their attitudes weren't the greatest. One was actually hissing. I couldn't hear him hissing over the crowd, but I could definitely see him hissing. So they weren't too happy to be there. But anyway, I got this log for Cleo. I wanted to get one of the ledges, you know, the magnetic ledges that stick to the glass, you know, not the ones that stick that I think Zoomed makes, the other ones, the one that Pangea makes, where you can actually like move it with magnets, because I want her to be able to bask a little higher if she wants to, that sort of thing. Well, Pangea didn't bring the large ledges, they only had the mediums, and the medium probably barely would have held her now, let alone in a month, you know, when she's a much bigger girl. So I got her this piece of driftwood for now, so she can bask and climb on it and hide underneath it and all sorts of stuff. But I'm gonna order from the website then and just buy her a large ledge because the other one is too small. You can see she's going into shed right now. Like, see how blue her tail looks? It's not the camera, she's actually shedding again. And I've had her under 3 weeks, so it's her second shed. But she seems to really like this driftwood. I put it in last night when I got home, and it was pretty late, so she was already asleep. And then when she woke up this morning, she had a new toy to play with. So I have her lights on a timer now, so I don't have to wake up and turn them on. And I woke up to her running up and down this log, and looks like she's having fun with it. She's sleeping, you can see her eyes closed. But I went by LLL's table. I know a forum member on Tegu Talk got a little black and white from them. It was really skinny and underfed, and the ones at the show looked a little better, but it wasn't something that I was going to buy just because of that little skinny one that they sold. Somebody else had a little red Tegu, and oh my god, my jaw dropped. It was tiny. It was maybe like 10 inches long with tail, like the size of Cleo's body with tail. And I asked the guy if I could hold it. And of course he said yes, and he slides the thing open and I picked it up. And I said, oh my goodness, how old is this baby? And he tells me it's 3 months old. 3 months old, and it looked like it just crawled out of the egg. I am not even kidding. I felt so terrible for it, I almost bought it. Because, like, it probably ate maybe 6 times in its whole life, because it was just unbelievably small. It was disgusting. And all the time that I'm holding it, I'm thinking, this is my 3-month-old Tegu. And she was fed daily, she's growing normally, she's 3 months old. It was pretty despicable. And I talked to another lady that had black and whites there. Hers looked healthier than LLL's did. So I asked her, I said, well, captive bred or imports? And she says, oh, they're captive bred. A friend of mine breeds them. And I said, oh, really? What's his name? And she looks at me and she goes, I don't know. And I said, no, what's the breeder's name? And she looks at me and she says, I don't know. And I'm thinking, are you serious, lady? You just told me he was a friend of yours. I just like shook my head and walked away. If you can't do business honestly, you shouldn't be doing business at all. Like, there's my motto on it. But somebody else had a Gamma International Tegu, a female, that was, he said, 3.5, and she was really dark, and I wasn't sure about her temperament, or I might have taken her too. I was really tempted to get another Tegu yesterday, and I didn't. But the Agama one was nice. Somebody else had a Colombian Tegu there that somebody had given them because they're going to Iraq, and the guy wanted $200 for it. $200 for a female Colombian Tegu with a bad attitude, because as soon as he took her out of the box, she started thrashing around and being squirrely. I got one picture of her though. I'm gonna do a vid with a slideshow of pictures I got from Tinley, because all the video I got turned out really crappy. So I'm just gonna do a slideshow of the pictures, and you can see a picture of that Tegu. But it was a pretty fun show. Lots of stuff to see. My head was just spinning. I couldn't even think straight. Supplies wise, I needed a couple more items that I completely forgot. But there's Miss Cleo shedding. So I was gonna do pictures today, but she's in shed, so I figure we'll just wait until tomorrow when hopefully she's done shedding. But this was one of my biggest purchases from the show, this piece of driftwood. So I thought I'd do a video showing it off.